What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Outside Lane Media Podcast. I almost forgot the name of it for a second there. My brain is dead. But we're talking about Imola
F1. Do you remember
and
that?
Monaco.
You remember talking about F1? You remember talking about F1?
Yeah, we're talking about F1.
You remember that. Good job. Your brain's not that dead.
It's not horrible yet, but these predictions for Monaco might make me brain dead.
Yeah, we got Monaco this week. Obviously, great week in motorsports, as everyone knows. Monaco, Indy 500, Coke 600, full day of racing. It's gonna be great. But
it's gonna be a sad day next year when Monaco's not on the same day as Indy.
Yeah, it's gonna be an even better day when Monaco just not on the calendar or they change the cars.
Yeah,
but let's
change your fucking car.
First, let's talk about Monaco. Stop me if you've heard this before. First, let's talk about Imola. Excuse me, you got to use the government name. The AWS Gran Premio del Made in Italy e del Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. That's the government name, of course.
Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Stop me if you've heard this before. There was 2 McLarens and a Red Bull on the podium. But Max Verstappen won with a massive, insane move to get past Oscar Piastri.
To quote Christian Horner, it was win it or bin it in turn 1. That is literally what Christian Horner said. And I mean, that's what Max did. If Oscar hadn't fucked up his braking point, because he was defending, I think he was driving in his mirrors into turn 1, and he was only looking at Russell, who had an amazing start behind him.
Yes.
He completely missed Max on the outside. I think otherwise, knowing Oscar, he would have just opened up that corner and forced Max off.
Yeah, so worked out for him. Verstappen got it done. Norris second, Piastri third. A classic McLaren.
Jesus, I forgot about that. Yeah,
it's not swap positions.
Let's take box Norris for new tires,
and then park him behind.
And then park him behind somebody in dirty air to just ruin the tires instead of having him have a go at Verstappen. Who, I mean, Norris, that car looked decent this weekend. They did bring a new rear wing, probably to comply with the rules coming in a couple races.
Yeah.
And it did seem to affect McLaren's overall pace a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. But Norris ended up second, did get around Piastri eventually. Piastri third. Hamilton fourth. Great for him.
Was not expecting that after quali. The qualifying for Ferrari was
ugly. I would like to say real quick, Ollie Behrman's lap should not have been freaking deleted. That was some BS.
But, they pushed the button before he crossed the line.
I don't get it.
Even though it took like a full second for it to appear on the timing tower.
And even if that's the decision they make, why didn't they say that immediately? They have that data. They just started Q3 or Q2 and we're like, we didn't figure it out, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Couple crashes in qualifying. Yuki done binned it.
Big bin.
Kyle Pinto binned it. Yuki ended up coming in 10th. Great recovery drive. Kyle Pinto.
Did you see Formula Fakers had to put out a statement?
I did not.
So, guys, fun fact: Formula Fakers is a fake F1 account.
You of all people saying that's very funny.
I haven't gotten Formula faked before. I just get daily down for it a lot.
Yeah, this guy says stuff to me that I'll be scrolling Twitter. I'm like, hey, that's a funny down for it thing. Then Patrick will be like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god,
I got a little too many times last week by Daily Downford. They had to put out a statement because Mick Doohan was getting a ton of hate from the Argentine fan base because they had posted something saying a now deleted post on Mick Doohan's story, and it was what was it? I think it said absolute scenes, and it was Colapinto in the barrier.
Just classic.
I think the statement read something like, "We didn't realize that as an account called Formula Fakers, we would have to be putting out a content warning saying that our content was fake."
It's for real.
Twitter's just been going wild because, we're living in a timeline right now where the parody F1 account has had to put out a press release.
Wild stuff. Wild
Colapinto fans, chill out. Please, it's not that serious.
Yeah, but he ended up getting 16th. Not a great result, but what are you gonna do? His teammate in 13th, Gasly starting 10th.
Yep.
Yeah, overall decent race. Max move and then classic Imola. Kind of a farewell to Imola, I guess. I mean, that's that for
Rest
F1.
in peace.
It's a great
You were
track,
a
but
good
just
track.
these cars aren't good for the track, but the
These
track is
cars
great.
aren't good for like any track though. I have a feeling even Silverstone's gonna suck this year.
Yeah, just these cars gotta change. Hopefully, we'll see as time goes on.
Hopefully, 2026 will help. 2022
Yeah.
made these regs look so good. That battle between Max and Charles in Bahrain in 2022 was what we were hoping these regulations would lead to, and now they just suck.
Yeah, it's just can't pass. But
yeah, just kind of a follow the leader race.
Yep, that's which is what we expected from Imola. How'd your predictions do, Patrick?
I predicted the entire top three, just not in the right order.
Same. I had one in the right spot. I had Oscar third. I got that right. I had Max and Lando flipped.
I had Oscar, Max, Lando, so all of mine were wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that's been the podium most of these races this year. Max somehow making that car go fast, and the McLaren's being rocket ships. And
what other predictions you have? Was that it?
I got Carlos Sainz hitting the apex in 8th. Good race from him. He's been on a little bad streak, so happy to see him seeing some success now.
Yeah, I mean, good seeing your softball prediction pay off. I had Yuki Tsunoda hitting the apex, also hit. Obviously crashed out in quali, started P20, but came back on a track that's hard to pass and finished P10. So
Good from him.
He had the most moves for position in Imola's history.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's sick. That is sick.
A whole 10.
Love that. Yeah, all 10 of them.
Yeah. Compare that to a track even like Spa.
Am I bad at math, or wouldn't it be 9?
Right? Maybe it is 9. Or maybe he got passed in the pits and had to make another pass too.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, math. But yeah, that's our predictions. That we did. What's the running total? I sure as we forgot to do this on our NASCAR video, but that's fine. You guys will get it next week.
It is 21.5 you to 20.5 me. So really close championship. A lot closer than the NASCAR championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm enjoying the new points format.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
You say that like I'm dominating. I think I was dominating more when it was combined because I had NASCAR just propping me up.
That is true.
Which is not what either of us expected when we went and added up points.
No, I'm glad that we did it now so we know. But rolling out of that, you want to roll into our Monaco predictions here?
Yeah, so Monaco, let's actually just start off with a prediction a little bit further down the list. Do you think pole position will win the race this week?
It's Monaco, brother. Of course they will.
I'm going for the not bingo free space here.
Wow.
Somehow the person not on pole is going to win. Now, will that be somebody sending a move on turn 1 and then they're leading for the rest of the race? Probably.
Could be pit cycle 2, pit stop mistakes,
We got it's a 2-stop mandatory this weekend. Got to remember that teams must make 2 stops for tires in Monaco.
You think it's going to change anything?
I mean, Ferrari has more time to fuck stuff up in the pits. Sauber has more time to fuck stuff up in the pits. Red Bull and McLaren have more opportunities to get it right. I think we might see a big ball strategy from a back marker, though. Like another Ocon pit on the first lap, wait for a safety car. Or pit on the first lap, safety cars kind of soon after that, stay out for track position. And then pit cycle again later when everyone does their second green flag stuff.
Yeah, definitely could see some stuff like that. I don't like it. I don't think it's gonna change anything. Monaco just with these big cars does not work.
Yeah. You can't fix racing when physically two cars can't pass each other.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But who you got in P3, Ryan?
I have Charles P3. I think he's going to have a good weekend. I mean, come on now. He won it last year.
Yeah. Could be. He finally broke that curse. I've got Kimi Antonelli P3.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
The rookie with the podium at Monaco.
Coming off a DNF in the last race.
Yep. That was mechanical DNF, right?
I believe.
I think it was mechanical. Yeah, because he was just parked in the.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about your P2?
Got Max coming in P2.
Okay. I've got Leclerc in P2. I got Charles Leclerc.
Good old P2 from him. I like it. You got winning.
I got Max winning.
Wow, okay. I got Oscar winning. I think Oscar's going to get it done in Monaco.
Yeah. I mean, Monaco's just kind of a Verstappen track.
It is. I could see him winning it.
But Piastri did pretty well there last year, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. Who's your hit the Apex this week?
I got Esteban Ocon hitting the Apex this week.
Also, another guy coming off DNF.
Just kind of got some good vibes for Ocon this week.
I like it. I got Yuki. Hitting the Apex.
What about your miss the Apex?
Pierre Gasly missing the Apex.
I feel bad for poor Pierre Gasly because I also have him missing the Apex.
Wow. It's always funny how we always have at least one prediction the same. Because we don't talk. We don't talk at all.
We have separate Google Docs for this stuff.
Yeah, we just simply go, yeah. Vibes. We don't even talk it out with each other. We try to keep it secret. But it always, excuse me, it always comes back. We have one the same, but that's funny. But obviously, I always wonder, who's best to rest?
Bingo Free Space Williams.
Hey, I also got Williams. I used RB last week. Could use the Williams this week.
Yep. It's Williams. Williams might have overtaken Ferrari for the fourth best car.
Don't tell me, brother. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. It's not real.
Just looking at the performance, especially in quali. Is it unfair to say? I know you're going to disagree with this, but that Ferrari has stepped into the upper midfield instead of just the upper end.
Their legacy's holding them in the upper end. That's the only thing.
Can I start saying Ferrari is best of the rest?
No, we're not to that point yet. We're not there yet.
It's not. What year was that? 2020 when Ferrari just was god awful.
Fell off a cliff.
Yeah, and we're just absolutely horrible. But yeah, historic race this weekend.
Historic races this weekend.
Yeah, the Indy 500's better. Your F1 drivers would rather be watching the Indy 500. So if you haven't given IndyCar a chance, watch them drive in a big-ass rectangle.
Yes. Great stuff coming out of there.
Robert Schwartzman, former Ferrari Academy driver, is on pole for the Indy 500. Robert Schwartzman should be a name that a lot of you guys know if you like our content.
Famous SoundCloud rapper, by the way.
Yeah, Schwartzy. I was calling him Schwartzy before I knew that was a SoundCloud name.
Give that man a record deal.
Yeah. They're going to be shouting him out on the race broadcast for the Indy 500, evidently, and trying to just blow up his Spotify account.
That's so funny.
But, yeah. It'll be a good race weekend. We got Monaco, followed by the Indy 500, followed by the Coke 600. The guy who said that he was a better all-around driver than Max Verstappen is attempting to drive in 2 out of the 3 races this weekend.
We will have to see what happens. I'll be very curious. Good weekend of racing.
We'll be at Indy.
We'll be at Indy. But how many things gonna win? Curious.
You tell me why it's Max Verstappen.
Oh yeah, tell me why it's not him. That's all we got for today, y'all. You guys take it easy. Like, subscribe, comment, dislike. I don't care. I do care, but click on things, do things.
Dislike it so I can fire Ryan.
Oh no. Oh no!
What are you
What
gonna
am
do
I
without the
gonna do?
income?
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Everyone have a great rest of your day. Tell me if I should fire Ryan or not in the comments.
Peace.